Paul Rodriguez, Jr., also known by his nickname P-Rod, is an American professional street skateboarder and actor. Rodriguez has won a total of 8 medals at the X Games, 4 of them gold, with the most recent first-place victory occurring in Los Angeles, United States in July 2012. P-Rod is a father and had a big impact on the skate scene. Early life, Tarzana, California, U.S. Rodriguez's nickname was given to him by his classmates when he was around 11 years of age. P-Pod, at 12 years of age, Rodriguez received his first skateboard as a Christmas gift from actor-comedian father Paul Rodriguez. Rodriguez had seen a group of skateboarders at his new school and was immediately fascinated by how they kept their board to their feet and how they could flip it. Rodriguez said in June 2014, "I got money, got myself a board, and it was game over." In an interview with skateboard photographer Giovanni Reeder, Rodriguez recounted a vivid memory of his early life as the son of a celebrity. "I'll tell you a good story about Mr. T, actor and celebrity, born Lawrence Chirode. I believe it was 1988, every year there was a Christmas Day parade in Pasadena, California, U.S. I was probably about 3.5, 4 years old. I loved Mr. T. He had the cartoon out at the time and all that. We're there at the banquet before the parade started 'cause my dad brought me to take me in the car to wave at the crowd, or whatever. And, I had to go to the bathroom, my dad was getting interviewed, and, I tried to tell him. Mr. T was just standing there, chilling, 'cause they were just talking, and Mr. T goes, 'I'll take you.' And he throws me up on his shoulders, and I'm sitting up on top of all his gold chains. I remember it perfectly, and he put me on top of his shoulders and walked me to the bathroom. Just waited outside for me, and it was sick. Mr. T chauffeured me to the bathroom." Rodriguez stated in a July 2013 interview that he slept with new skateboard products as a child due to his passion for skateboarding, and admitted that he slept with his first Street League skateboarding trophy. Career: Rodriguez was initially recruited to the team of a local skateboard shop named 118, managed by an Andy Netkin, who was 19 years old at the time, while Rodriguez had just become 14 years old. As he was too shy at the time, Rodriguez asked a friend to submit his Sponsor Me videotape to Netkin, who was immediately impressed and asked the friend to bring Rodriguez into the store. Netkin then offered Rodriguez a place on the store team the following day at their first meeting. Netkin explained in 2014 that, at the time, he had a strong sense of Rodriguez's future as a superstar. DNA Skateboards was Rodriguez's first company sponsor, and he appeared in the 1999 video Microanalysis. Former professional skateboarder Anthony Pappalardo stated in a June 24, 2014 online radio show hosted by professional skateboarder Alex Olsen that he encouraged Joe Castrocchi, co-founder of the Habitat skateboard brand, to recruit Rodriguez before he was officially sponsored, but Castrocchi declined. City Stars At the age of 16, Rodriguez then rode for City Stars, a company founded by professional skateboarder Kareem Campbell in Los Angeles, U.S. Despite being an amateur at the time, Rodriguez earned a last part in the video Street Cinema, which is an honor typically bestowed to an esteemed professional of the team. Rodriguez explained in 2014 that he was initially opposed to Campbell's use of the Jackson 5 song I Want You Back for the first half of his part, as it had been used for Guy Mariano's part in the Blind Skateboards video Days, but conceded that at the time he was oblivious to the statement Campbell was trying to make by choosing that song. Alongside Mikey Taylor, Justin Case, Devine Calloway and Kevin Spanky Long, Rodriguez was an amateur team member, while the professional team included Lee Smith, Joey Shoriel, Ryan Denman and Eric Pupecki. Rodriguez developed his interest in jewelry during this period, as Campbell was a collector and purchased Rodriguez a diamond bracelet. The period also influenced Rodriguez's musical taste, as he commenced listening to artists like Jay-Z and Nas due to the time spent with Campbell. City Stars had planned to release a signature skateboard deck design, featuring Rodriguez's name on the grille of a Mercedes-Benz, but Rodriguez's departure from the company resulted in the product's cancellation. Rodriguez explained in February 2013, "I specifically remember that I knew I wanted to quit and I felt like I could at least show enough respect and tell them before they spent all that money to print up my boards. I didn't unregistered trademark T want to leave them with an inventory of boards they couldn't unregistered trademark T sell, so I made sure to quit well before they went into production." In 2014, Rodriguez described his time at the brand as the most magical, with a team that possessed enthusiasm and passion that was contagious. Girl Rodriguez was featured in Transworld Skateboarding's 2002 video, In Bloom. This video showcased a segment of sponsored, talented skaters who were at the start of their respective careers. Following the video's release, Rodriguez commenced riding for girl skateboards and achieved professional status in September 2002. Rodriguez explained in a 2013 interview that he was asked to join the girl team by Eric Coston, who remains his all-time favorite skateboarder as of July 2013, and the moment was the most significant event in his skateboarding career, as it was the moment that Rodriguez's, dream happened. Rodriguez was sponsored by Girl from the age of 17 to 19, and appears in the Girl Skateboards film Yeah Right. During this period, he shared a house with professional skateboarder and rap artist Jerome Rogers. In February 2013, Rodriguez identified his debut professional signature skateboard with Girl as his favorite deck graphic of all time. The deck, released in 2002, featured the original Girl logo, Rodriguez's name, and the Spanish word muchachita, meaning girl, instead of the usual Girl brand name. Rodriguez stated that was my first pro board and to have it on a company like Girl was awesome. In April 2013, Rodriguez explained that he loved his time with the Girl company and, prior to receiving contact from Danny Way, who asked him to join the relaunched Plan B company, he considered Girl a lifelong sponsor. Plan B Following Girl, Rodriguez joined the relaunched Plan B skateboard deck brand that was under the ownership and guidance of original riders Danny Way and Colin McKay, who continue to own the brand as of March 2014. Rodriguez released a solo Plan B video part, entitled Me, Myself, and I, in 2010. The inaugural Plan B full-length video has been a topic of discussion among the global skateboarding community for a prolonged duration of time, as promotional footage has been released and the company has been in existence for a significant period of time, with a renowned team established during this time period. A late November episode of the internet-based, weekly program, Skate Line, broadcast on the Ride channel, showed footage of company co-owner and team rider, Danny Way, stating that the video would be made according to a schedule determined by the company regardless of external pressure. 7 out of Rodriguez's top 10 skateboard graphics of all time are Plan B Rodriguez signature designs, according to an interview that was published in February 2013. A collaboration between Plan B and Nike SB is Rodriguez's second favorite graphic, while a Bruce Lee Fury deck and a Muhammad Ali deck were also included in the list. As a guest on the radio show Big Boy is in the Neighborhood, broadcast on Los Angeles Power 106 Fathoms, Rodriguez confirmed his departure from Plan B in an interview that was published on the Internet on July 30, 2013. Prior to the confirmation, widespread speculation emerged in regard to Rodriguez's departure. During his winning performance at Stop 5 of the 2013 Street League skateboarding contest in Portland, Oregon, U.S., Rodriguez rode a skateboard deck with a Plan B logo painted over, and the company's logo was removed from his personal website as of July 16, 2013. Rodriguez explained in the interview that he is seeking to own a little bit more of myself. Post Plan B in June 2014, following the launch of his own skateboard deck company, Primitive Skateboarding, and his 8th signature shoe with Nike, Rodriguez explained his perspective of the future. It got to a point where I wanted to get my name on a board and did that, wanted my name on a shoe and did that, wanted other endorsements, awards, and to win certain competitions, and did those too. Now unregistered trademark S back to just wanting to get better. I want to keep improving my abilities. The design for his Nike signature shoe was first leaked onto the internet at the beginning of the year, leading to an intensive degree of discussion among consumers, described by the Rip Laces website as hate skepticism. The corresponding advertisement featured Nike SBT member, Theotis Beasley, and was produced by the Whidden plus Kennedy agency. In a promotional day in the life photo diary for the Hipbeast website, published on December 16, 2014, Rodriguez revealed that his personal skateboarding park is scheduled for a remodeling process. He also stated that his daily caffeine fix brings happiness, and that the only time his mind is clear is while he is skateboarding. At the beginning of 2015, Rodriguez was announced as the newest team member of the Glassy Sun Hatters sunglasses brand, co-owned by fellow professional skateboarder, Mike Mo Capaldi. His signature sunglasses model is scheduled for release on February 10, 2015. Primitive skateboarding. Following Rodriguez's departure from Plan B, he produced a batch of 500 gold-colored skateboard decks for a one-off sale. After the entire batch sold in 2 minutes, Rodriguez considered repeating the process on a bi-monthly basis, but he realized that he was in need of an infrastructure to handle the process if it was to occur regularly. Netkin then presented the idea of primitive skateboards to Rodriguez, and the suggestion led to a business meeting involving all of Rodriguez's other partners in the Primitive brand in which an agreement to establish the new brand as part of the Primitive business was finalized. Rodriguez launched his own skateboard brand, Primitive Skateboarding, on April 10, 2014, with the initial team consisting of himself, Nick Tucker and Carlos Ribeiro. Rodriguez explained to the media, "To create my own board brand and have a chance to be a part of skateboarding beyond just being a pro skater is a dream come true." Rodriguez explained in June 2014 that the Primitive Skateboard brand was not conceived as part of a master plan, but was an idea that emerged in 2012, when he realized that, if he didn't start his own skateboard deck company at the time, the opportunity would never return. It would a unregistered trademark. "They've been foolish of me to let that opportunity go by and stay in a regular sponsorship." Rodriguez remained with his sponsor at the time, Plan B, for a year before he finalized the decision, as he had experienced success with the brand and was close to all of the people involved. Tucker was assigned professional status in November 2014, making him the only other primitive skateboarding professional other than Rodriguez at the time. Bastian Salabunzi, formerly of Flip Skateboards and Antis, was recruited as the third primitive skateboarding professional on January 5, 2015. Rodriguez introduced Salabunzi on his personal website. "I first met Bastian back at Tampa Pro 2001. I was so amazed at his abilities and how consistent he was. I immediately became inspired to become a better skater and have looked up to him ever since. He is a true legend in skateboarding. Unregistered trademark. I'm honored to have gotten to know him and so excited to have him as a part of the Primitive Skateboarding family." Sponsors. As of January 12, 2015, Rodriguez is sponsored by Primitive Skateboarding, Nike Skateboarding, Mountain Dew, Target, Nixon Watches, Incase Designs, Primitive Skate Shop, Glassy Sun Hatters, Marquesa, Venture, Andale Bearings, Diamond Supply Company, Grizzly Grip Tape and Fuse Science. As of June 2014, Rodriguez is managed by C.S. Wallace. Nike sponsorship. As of December 2012, Rodriguez continues to be a senior team rider for the Nike skateboarding division, having released his 8th skate shoe model in May 2014, and was responsible for welcoming team rider, Luan Oliveira, in September 2012. Rodriguez released his first signature Nike shoe in 2005 following his departure from skate shoe brand, ES. Rodriguez explained in a 2012 interview for the Footnotes segment on the Berrics website. "The transition from ES to Nike was after I got through making the phone call I had to call Costin. I had to call, Tony at ES. Had to call a few people cause we were close. We were good family over there. So, after I got through that hard part, and I could and I was free of that burden, then when I got on Nike, it was just, like, the world was opened up it was insane." Rodriguez was one of the early riders to be approached by Nike following its second attempt to succeed in the skateboarding market and subculture. Rodriguez has explained. My thoughts on Nike when they first approached me were cool. I mean, like, I did get some criticisms, selling out, this and that. And I never really been too worried about the criticism. So my thoughts were just like, I look at it like this, like, my first pair of shoes were the Baby Jordans, basketball player, Michael Jordan, you know what I mean, so, like, I had Nikes all my life growing up, and even at the time that I was on ES, any time that I was not skating, I wearing some white-on-white Air Force Ones, or Cortez I had a whole flock of Nike anyway. The way I looked at it, was like, I've been a Nike supporter since birth. So me, I was just stoked, I was just hyped to get on Nike. Rodriguez released his seventh signature model shoe, entitled the Paul Rodriguez 7, with Nike in mid-2013. Designed with Sean Carboy, who Rodriguez first started working with during the design of his fifth signature model, Rodriguez prioritized the functionality of the shoe and impact protection as the primary feature. The PROD8, Rodriguez's eighth signature shoe, was released in May 2014. On May 25, 2014, Rodriguez, alongside fellow Nike team member and skateboarding veteran, Lance Mountain, promoted the model in a video interview, whereby the history of the Nike shoe in skateboarding culture forms the foundation of the segment. Mountain explained that prior to the official launch of the Nike brand onto the skateboarding market, skateboarders said, "This, Nike is our shoe." Rodriguez described himself as a Jordan baby, growing up during the peak of Michael Jordan's career, and explained that his eighth Nike shoe model is an homage to all those things I grew up loving even before I met skateboarding. And now it's intertwined. The PROD8 features three of Nike's shoe technology developments, Lunolin, FlyWire, and Hyperscreen. Following the release of the PROD8, Rodriguez was informed by a Nike executive that he is one of only 4 Nike athletes to have produced 8 signature shoe models. The other 3 are Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. As of June 2014, Rodriguez has been sponsored by Nike for 10 years. In regard to his decade-long relationship with the corporation, Rodriguez explained, "It feels like unregistered trademark they also grown with them. Unregistered trademark they become intertwined with Nike. Our stories are together at least with Nike SB. The process of making a shoe, at this point, is like a well-oiled machine." Target sponsorship. On August 13, 2010, the Target Corporation announced in a press release that Rodriguez had joined its sponsorship ranks. In addition to Shaun White, whose career has predominantly been defined by snowboarding, Rodriguez is the second professional skateboarder to negotiate a sponsorship deal with Target. A Target representative stated in the press release, "Paul is an amazing competitor and is the perfect personality to add to our program. With so many accomplishments and a promising future ahead of him, Paul is a natural fit for Target and we unregistered trademark proud to have our brand represented on his skateboard." Rodriguez was also quoted in the press release, "I grew up right across the street from a Target and have many memories of skating over to the store as a kid. Unregistered trademark they always loved their brand and I'm excited about the relationship and potential of what we can do together." AT&T competition. In 2012 Rodriguez participated in a competition with AT&T that allowed the winner to participate in the filming of a promotional video featuring Rodriguez. The final video also featured professional skateboarder, Manny Santiago, and was directed by Nigel Alexander, a long-term friend of Rodriguez. However, as of April 2014, the telecommunication company is not listed as a sponsor on Rodriguez's website. Private training facility. Rodriguez owns a private skateboard park in the Canoga Park area of California, U.S. that features design elements from his sponsors, Mountain Dew, Nike SB, and Target. Rodriguez designed the park with skateboard park builder Mike Rogue, who used a computer program to blend his own ideas with drawings from Rodriguez. Rodriguez has stated, I enjoy skating there and I'm blessed to have that type of place at my fingertips. Life series. In collaboration with the Network A media company, Rodriguez is featured in an internet-based series about himself entitled Life. The series, produced and directed by professional skateboarder Steve Berra, was released weekly basis on the company's YouTube channel. As of June 23, 2013, 6 published episodes can be viewed on the Network A channel. The first episode, Family First, follows Rodriguez as he revisits his grandmother's home following her cancer diagnosis. Rodriguez explained in 2013 that Berra was the only other person to accompany him during his visit to his grandmother's home, as Rodriguez trusted Berra to be present. In the second episode, entitled A Master of Disaster, Rodriguez prepares to compete against Tom Astor in the Battle of the Berrics competition. In the third episode, Street League Matters, Rodriguez is filmed in Kansas City, U.S., as he prepares for the qualifying round of one of the stops of the Street League competition. The episode shows Rodriguez as he finishes in 4th place. The fourth episode of Life follows Rodriguez, together with close friends Heath Brinkley, Justine Schultz, and Carlos Sarasua, as he visits New Orleans, U.S. for the opening of hip-hop artist Lil Wayne's skate park in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. The skate park is called the Truck Stop, and is located in the lower 9th Ward area. In the other half, the 5th episode of Life, the camera follows Rodriguez as he competes in the Dude Tour contest and discusses the role of contests in relation to the more fundamental aspects of a professional street skateboarder's life via video footage and street skateboarding. At the close of the second half of the episode, Rodriguez explains his return to home life following the contest, providing an insight into his typical routine. Finally, tomorrow I go home and, finally, I get to get back on my routine, and, skate as much as I've been wanting to skate. Back to my life and get back to basically, the only thing that rolls my routine is just skating as much as I feel I need to be skating, and spending time with heaven, really that's it. Keep it simple. Just work on my craft. Influence. Transworld Skateboarding selected Rodriguez for the 30th position of its 30 most influential skaters of all time list, released in December 2011. In response to the selection, Rodriguez revealed that Costin and Andrew Reynolds are 2 professional skateboarders who he considers as influential in a career sense, due to their longevity, the impacts their unregistered trademark they had, and the degree of respect they have garnered. In an April 2013 interview, Rodriguez added Tom Penny to his most influential list and stated, "Him, Penny, Costin and Reynolds. That's my combo right there." In regard to Rodriguez, professional skateboarder Nigel Houston explained in December 2013. "He is such a good dude, on and off the skateboard. He's such a professional person. He's an amazing street skater, and just as good of a contest skater. So, he's a pretty ideal professional skateboarder, that's for sure." Company owner. As of June 2014, Rodriguez is the owner of, or an investor in, the skateboard brands, Primitive, Marquesa and Andale, the latter in partnership with fellow professional skateboarder, Joey Brzezinski. In relation to Andale, Brzezinski explained, "Originally I was working on the idea and I went through all the legal stuff. I quit my bearing sponsor at the time and I started talking to Paul about it because he had recently quit Silver at that point. I didn't know if he had plans with FKD or not, but I presented Andale to him as something we could do together. He was down and I proceeded to move forward. It took about 2 years to get to this point, doing a lot of work and a lot of planning." The Primitive Company consists of a retail store that is located in Los Angeles, U.S., an apparel line and a skateboard deck brand. Rodriguez established the business in around 2005/2006 with 3 partners, including 2 friends whom he has known since childhood. In April 2014, Rodriguez was identified as the president of the company, while Netkin is the CEO and founder, and Jubal Jones is the creative director. Netkin and Jones were the original store employees and handled $300 in sales on the opening day. Netkin describes the Primitive store, which officially opened on July 27, 2008, as a cross-genre retail outlet that also sells products, which skateboarders can relate to, outside of the skateboarding subculture. Following the eventual success of the retail outlet, the company commenced its apparel brand, which was a part of the founder's original plan. The popularity of the apparel brand grew rapidly, and in April 2014, Jones stated that he solely focuses on the brand, while new employees are constantly hired. In 2014, Primitive Apparel is available in 11 countries and the company consists of 25 people. A holiday season party for the Primitive business was held in December 2012 at the new incarnation of the Berwick Skatepark training facility, and a promotional video entitled Pain is Beauty was published on the internet in mid-March 2013. The Primitive brand was then expanded into a skateboard deck company called Primitive Skateboarding in April 2014. Together with action sports filmmaker Josh Landon and professional U.S. skateboarder Mikey Taylor, Rodriguez co-founded the St. Archer Brewing Company, a microbrewery that is co-owned by people who are also the brand's ambassadors. The team of ambassadors includes professional skateboarders Eric Costin, Brian Hansen, and Brian Herman. Professional and non-professional surfers Josh Kerr, Taylor Knox, Dusty Payne, Laura Ineva, and Jeff Johnson. Former professional snowboarder Todd Richards. Photographer Atiba Jefferson. And surfboard shaper Chris Christensen. Together with St. Archer's other ambassadors, Rodriguez has participated in tasting room nights that are held at the brewery and allow consumers an opportunity to interact with the brand, as the ambassadors pour and serve beers. In a June 2014 interview, Rodriguez asserted that he is a young, beginning entrepreneur with unregistered trademark learning the ropes of the game, before revealing the philosophy that has benefited him over the course of his career: find people that are just as passionate at what they do as you are about what you do. Personal life: as of November 2013, Rodriguez is a millionaire and resides in Northridge, California. As of August 2010, his partner was Rainbow Alexander and the pair are the parents of daughter Heaven Love. In July 2013, photographs of Rodriguez dating a woman named Rachel Metz were published on the Internet. In an April 2013 interview, Rodriguez described himself as a certified workaholic, and stated that skateboarding and fatherhood are his primary concerns in life. In regard to his Mexican-American heritage, Rodriguez has explained, "It's my roots. It's where I come from. It's my genetics, my DNA, my body, my build. All from my heritage. My ancestors all before me contributed to the blessings unregistered trademark I'm living now. It's where you come from. You can never be ignorant to where you come from because they're responsible for what you are now." Rodriguez has stated in an interview with the Network A media channel that holds aspirations for a serious acting career following his time with professional skateboarding. He revealed that he admires the work of Johnny Depp, Christian Bale, and Edward Norton. In addition to Bruce Lee, Alexander the Great, and Jesus Christ, Rodriguez is also influenced by deceased hip-hop artist, Tupac Shakur, and revealed in February 2013 that a skateboard deck graphic featuring Shakur would be a worthwhile design. Unregistered trademark D like to get that photo of Tupac standing on the wall with his shirt off, and hey unregistered trademark S got the Thug Life tattoo and the Glock in his waistband and a blunt in his hand. That would be sick. Awards: Rodriguez received the 2002 Rookie of the Year award from the Transworld skateboarding publication. Filmography. Video game appearances. Videography. Contest history. X Games Bronze, 2003 Los Angeles, Fwyuga, 2004 Los Angeles, Gold, 2005 Los Angeles, Silver, 2008 Los Angeles, Gold, 2009 Los Angeles, Gold, 2012 Los Angeles, Silver, 2013 Barcelona Partnership Event, Silver, 2013 Munich. Do Action Sports Tour 4th place, 2005 2nd place, 2008 2nd place, 2011, 3rd place, 2013. Tampa Pro 5th place, 2002, 3rd place, 2007 2nd place, 2009, First place, 2010. Street League Skateboarding = 1, 2012 Street League Skateboarding a Eurostop 3, Glendale, Arizona, US, silver, 2013 Barcelona Street League Skateboarding, 1, 2013 Street League Skateboarding a Eurostop 5, Portland, Oregon, US. Battle at the Berrics = 1, 2010 Battle at the Berrics 3 second place, 2009 second place, 2013. References. External links, official website, Primitive Skateboarding, official YouTube page, interview with Green Label website, Paul Rodriguez at the Internet Movie Database.